This is Tom Fox back again with Vince Walden. Welcome back, Vince.
Hi, Tom. Thanks
Vince,
for having me back on.
the Department of Justice has told us in the last iteration of the evaluation of corporate compliance programs that compliance needs to not simply monitor culture, but actually evaluate it on a data analytics basis. That has befuddled many compliance professionals because, like me, we're not data guys, at least when it comes to culture. How can konaAI help compliance professionals meet that obligation and actually improve their corporate culture?
Yeah, one of the things, Tom, that we thought with compliance professionals is oftentimes they don't have access to the IT or transactional data that they need to look for improper payments or segregation of duties type things, and they often rely on finance or internal audit to help them. But the one thing that's unique about culture is that oftentimes the compliance professional owns the data sources related to measuring and assessing the corporate culture of an organization. They have the investigations database. They have the whistleblower hotline database that they monitor. They have, oftentimes, if they work with HR and have a good relationship, they can see access to the exit interviews and the employee surveys. And by pulling these things together, I would say not one of these data sources is indicative of a corporate culture, but when you can share, as I'm going to show on my screen, when you can share multiple data sources, like your hotline database, your internal audit findings, or your employee satisfaction surveys, maybe adverse media or something on the company within a certain zone, your training, your exit interviews, you name it. When you're able to do that and then pull an index together on, for example, scale of 1 to 100 or what have you, here is our culture. And again, what boards often want to hear is, like, how is the employee sentiment over time? How are we doing as a company culture-wise? And I could show, over time, based on data inputs that are where we're using Agentic AI to refresh the data, being able to show, wait a minute, we keep declining, management tones below, repeat the audit findings, we could show over time how our culture is moving, whether it's on speak up culture, ethical behavior, pillar, on various different risk indicators. And again, most companies, in your hotline data, you can have an export. Of course, it breaks it down by harassment, fraud, or what have you. But that's just within that data source. What we're advocating is let's pull together multiple data sources. Let's put them in a culture copilot so that we can ask questions about the data. If you look at my little chatbot here, I can ask questions and pull up policy or pull up multiple sites. This gives us just unparalleled view into where we're seeing data. And we're using Agentic AI to develop agents. Here's my signal agent, my culture scoring agent, my hotspot detection agent. There's various agents that we have in place that then the client will set up, or the company will set up, how do they want to come up with that score. So this is not a black box. There's actual math that you can trace to it. And when it comes time to draft the audit committee briefing, you just say, all right, let's draft it, and away we go. So that's that idea of how can we automate so much of multiple data sources to bring it together? And the power of generative AI along with agentic AI can build and provide amazing insights that would take tens of, hundreds of hours for humans to put together. We're making the compliance officer that much more efficient.
Well, Vince, I think that's going to be a great boon to the compliance profession, and I look forward to seeing where you take this.
Thank you, Tom. We look forward to collaborating with compliance professionals because, again, these are very customizable solutions based on their unique needs. There's no one size fits all, but we love to bring it all together for them. So thanks for having me on the show.